Namaste, dear yogis. Today's Yin class will be focused on our precious lungs. Especially this year, we really have noticed how important it is to take good care of our lungs and increase the lung capacity, have better immunity that comes with stronger lungs. So doing breathing exercises, taking time to calm down so we have time to heal and charge ourselves, it has really come out this year. So with this upcoming class, I do want to bring more space, more clarity into our lungs, strengthen the lungs, and also increase our immunity. We have, with our stronger lungs, we have more oxygen in our muscles, in our bloodstream, in our brains, in our heart. The heart doesn't have to work so hard, pumping up that blood to all the cells. So with more oxygen in our bloodstream, everything just works much better. So hope you enjoy this class. Hop on your mat. Let's get started. Good, so we're just going to start out with a bit of a breathing exercise. Sit comfortably in a cross-legged seated position and make sure that if your back is round, if the hips are tight, you sit on some sort of a pillow or a yoga block just to get that back straight. Notice, is it easy to breathe deeply in when the back is round? No, it's not. So having the back straight in breathing exercises, it's really important. You can either have your hands on your lap, on your knees, or in a jhana mudra with index finger and thumb together. We're going to relax ourselves, relaxing the shoulders, closing our eyes, softening our face. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nostrils, allowing the entire lungs to fill up with the fresh air. And on an exhalation, slowly emptying the lungs. Try to visualize lungs as three parts, lower, middle, upper. So as you inhale, the lower part of the lungs fills in, middle, upper. And as you exhale, the upper part empties, middle, and the lower part empties as the very last. Continue like this. Making sure that the flow is soft, calm, not forcing the breath, not forcing the lungs to be so full that they feel like they're gonna pop. Exhalation, emptying the lungs completely, slowly, calmly, gently. Good. Now open up your eyes. Let's get started with our first Yin posture. So in this first posture, you will need some sort of a support for underneath your back. So if you do have yoga blocks, use the yoga blocks, yoga bolsters, use them, or even just a few books and a pillow will do fine. I'll have my bolster just here, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna place the bolster underneath my back. Now, if you do have books, you can place the books on top of each other and put a pillow on top of that, or two blocks, one underneath your shoulder blades, one underneath your head. So from here I'm gonna just slowly lie down. My chest is very open, my arms drop down to the sides, palms turn upwards. Now with your legs you can either have your legs straight, good, or you can bring the soles together, coming into reclined butterfly pose, or you can bring your knees together with your feet above mat width apart, or like I did in the first variation, cross leg seated position in the legs. Main focus will be on our chest, so the legs will do what they want to do. Good. So we're gonna take a few minutes in here. It's a powerful pose, this fish pose in Yin Yoga, really opening up our chest, bringing that beautiful stretch in between our rib cage. Allow your shoulders to really relax. Ancient yogis say that there's one pose that can heal all the diseases, and it is fish pose, this pose. So feel free to practice as much as you want. It's really good for your lungs. It's a lovely way to also stretch your spine. Staying present in our breathing, that is the key to practice meditative mindset. So just observing your breath from the beginning to the very end. Feeling the movement of your belly rising and falling. Good. Now, as we start to come out of this pose, bring your hands down to the side and you can just bend your knees. And from here, you can either come straight up, just gently rolling yourself, or you can turn yourself to your side. Good. And we're going to bring the soles of our feet together and we're going to take a counter pose in a butterfly pose. So just falling forward and listening to our bodies now. So really making sure that we trust the body, we trust the gravity to take us where we belong. Not pushing, not forcing, not holding back, not holding on, but just surrendering as far as our bodies want to surrender. In here, feel free, if you do have a yoga block, to place the block underneath your forehead, or you can just stay here. Just a couple of minutes resting. Good. Now slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, you're gonna rise up. Let's bring those hands behind our back. We're gonna bring the knees together, separating the feet about hip width apart, and just gently swinging the knees side to side. Good. Coming back to the center, and we're gonna swing the legs over to the back. We're gonna lie down onto our belly. Good. We have quite a sequence coming up on our bellies, so just rest down, take a little break before we move into the first postures. In our first posture, we're going to come into a Sphinx pose, so a really nice back bend that helps us to open up our chest. Making sure that you don't go too high up if you do have lower back pain. Making sure that you honor your body, being honest with ourselves in our practice today on our mats. So just checking, maybe first keeping the forearms a little bit more forward. And then during the pose, maybe in a couple of minutes, you can come up a little bit higher when you start to feel that the back has opened up a little bit. You find that place, that relaxation, you trust yourself. So yeah, see how you go. We're gonna start. So again, if you wish, you can allow that head to drop slightly. Make sure that you relax the supportive muscles around the spine. You relax your glutes, you relax your thighs. You relax your mind. You're present in your body, you're present in this moment. Feeling your breath in your chest area, in your belly. Good. Now slowly lower yourself down. We're going to just take a very short counter pose. So bringing your hands next to your sides, and you're going to take a short child's pose. You're going to just push those hips back. Lengthen your spine. Give it a nice bit of a stretch. And from here, you're going to push yourself back onto your belly. Good. Let's move on to our next pose. So supporting with your left hand, we're gonna slide that right hand underneath our chest. So sliding it as far out as we can. Good. And now in here, you can either make a pillow out of your left wrist or palm, or you can use an actual pillow or a block underneath your head. Good. So staying in here, I will give you again a bit of a more intense variation if you wish to challenge yourself more. If you think that you don't get what you need in this variation. Good. So in the stronger variation, you're going to bring your right knee down to the side. Good. So you should feel this making the stretch quite slightly or quite a bit, actually quite a bit stronger. So staying in here. This pose really stimulates the lung meridians, and you should feel that it's kind of blocking the lung meridian. And when we move out of this pose, the ki or chi just kind of flows through that lung meridian, opening up those blocks, and that's how we're going to get balance into our lungs. Nice. And as we come out of this pose, we're going to just straighten that right leg, supporting with our left hand. We're going to slide the right hand down to the side. Good. So palm is facing downward, and we're going to slowly roll over to our right side. We're going to keep the knees bent now. Feel free to bring a pillow or a block in between your knees if you wish. Good. So holding in here. Feel free to again create more challenge by taking that left forearm to the lower back. Holding, breathing. Good, and gently release that left palm down for a support. Start to straighten your legs and roll back onto your belly. Good. And just take a bit of a break. Relax the head down to your palms, or if you feel like stretching your back, you can shift yourself shortly over to that child's pose, lengthening your spine. Good, and let's move back onto our belly for the other side. So beautiful. This time your right hand is supporting, your left hand slides underneath your chest. Let's hope my microphone is still working good. So place your head down to your right forearm, or using a block, or you can keep your head on your side. Again, remember what feels good for you, do that. Good, and from here you have a choice. You can take your left knee down to the side, which will make this pose much more intense. Please be honest with yourself. If this is hurting your shoulder, come out of it. Just keep that leg straight, okay? So sometimes if we have had injuries in our shoulder joint, this might work even better just by bringing that right knee down to the side. So this might be enough. Give it a try. So good. Let's take a couple of minutes in here. Just relax, relax, relax. And as we come out of the pose, we're gonna just support with our right hand, taking the left hand down to the side, palm is facing downward. I'm gonna shift myself a little bit here. Good. And from here, we're gonna support with the right hand. We're gonna roll over to the side. And again, it's almost like we fell asleep really awkwardly with our hand behind our back. Good. So let's stay here. Again, if you do feel you need a bit of a more stretch, bring that right forearm to the lower back. And I know a lot of people struggle with neck in this posture. So bringing a pillow or a yoga block underneath your head, it will really help with the neck alignments. Closing your eyes, relaxing. Now coming out of the pose, right hand supports. We're going to lengthen our legs. We're going to roll back onto our bellies. Hands just to the sides of our chest. We're going to push back and we're going to take a child's pose. This time you can bring your thighs underneath your belly and either resting your head on top of your hands or bringing your hands just next to your body. Good. Hold and breathe. Feel the length in your spine. Feel yourself surrendering, grounding. Feel the shoulders drop. Nice. Let's come out of the pose, supporting with our hands. Good. Nice and slow. We're going to roll the legs over to the front and we just have a couple of last postures left. So as you lie down onto your belly, keep your legs and arms straight. Arms to the sides. Heels towards the corners of your mat. take a few deep breaths here. And on an exhalation, allow yourself to surrender. So calm. Good. Coming into your banana pose, bananasana. We're going to take that left ankle on top of the right ankle. And we're going to take our hands above our head, taking hold of our left wrist. We're going to bring the upper body towards the right corner of our mat. Good. And we're going to stay in here, just finding that perfect posture. And if you feel that in the middle of the posture you have started to open up and you feel more mellow, feel free to either bring your hands more towards to the right or bringing your legs towards the right. Now my socks are slipping against the floor, but okay, good. And if you do have a shoulder injury, I recommend that maybe you just relax the hands down. Maybe you keep that left hand down on the side and maybe just lifting the right. So do again what your body tells you to do. Don't do what I recommend or I do, but you know, you need to find a posture where you can relax the muscles. That's where we're gonna get those benefits. So again, holding for a couple of minutes. Good, and then start to come back to the center. Very slowly shifting yourself back to the center. Release that left leg to the left corner of your mat. You can either stay here completely still, or if you wish, you can always bend those knees and you can just gently swing your knees side to side. If you do need a tiny bit of a movement, then it's always good to just move. Excellent. So from here we're gonna go over to the opposite side. So when you're ready, you're gonna take that right ankle down to the left knee, and again we're gonna shift the arms up, take a hold of your right wrist and create that beautiful bend into your body, creating space through the right side, in between your rib cage, in that hip, in your side, in the arm. It does feel pretty much everywhere on the right side, this stretch. Remember to use the modifications if you need to. Remember to relax. Remember to breathe. Good. Come back to the center, nice and slow. Good. Again, relax that right leg to the right corner of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax. And then we can bend our knees. Let's lift the hips and just lengthen that lower back into the floor. We're gonna bring the knees into our chest and we're just gonna gently rock and roll ourselves side to side. We're gonna take our final twist, which is focused more on that low middle back actually, and on that chest area, on our lungs. So that's why we want to keep the knees quite high up. We're going to start by taking the right hand down to the side. So if you visualize this hand then not straight to the side, not even need to visualize, but just take the hand high up, a little bit higher, to get that stretch down your armpit into that chest muscle. Now we're gonna slowly rotate the knees down to the left side. Good, taking your gaze to the right and using any props that we need in between our knees or underneath our knees. Good. What we want to aim for is keeping that shoulder blade on the floor. So I personally like to keep my left hand as a weight on top of that right thigh. Good. And again, couple of minutes just relaxing. Again, feel free to modify. You can have that lower leg a little bit more straighter, but if you can, keep the knees, both knees bent high up. Just breathe. Start by opening up your eyes and just gonna roll ourselves back to the center. Just take a hold of your knees and just gently rock yourself side to side. Massage that lower back against the floor. Maybe you wanna draw some circles with your knees. We're gonna do the opposite side. So start by taking your left hand over towards, slightly upwards. Good. And then we're gonna slowly take the knees down to the right, relaxing. So avoid this, that the legs are halfway up. This has happened too. So good. You can place your right hand down to that left thigh. Gaze over to your left side. Soften that left shoulder down. And let's hold. Again, modifications are welcome if you need one. From here, we're going to come back to the center. Good. And we're going to just gently rock and roll ourselves side to side. Good. And let's just lift the legs and arms up and circle the joints around, ankles and wrists. Take a deep breath in and shake your arms and legs. And exhale, completely start to lower the legs and arms down. We're going to come into our Shavasana, final relaxation. Now, if you do feel that you need a block or bolsters underneath your knees, use them for the support of the lower back. Otherwise, straightening your legs out, arms down to the side with your palms facing upwards. Adjust your shoulder blades to support your chest. Allow your jaw to drop slightly. Close your eyes and feel the eyes sink down deep into your head.
Tvameva mata japita tvameva Tvameva bandushta sakha tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam.
Take a deep breath in, and on an exhalation, allow yourself to sink into the floor. Letting go, surrendering.
Tvameva bandushta sakha tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Gently start to awaken. Move your fingers and move your toes. Move your head side to side. Bring your feet together, lengthen your arms above your head, take a deep breath in. And on an exhalation, bend your knees and turn to your right side. From your right side, with the support of your left hand, we're going to come up into a cross-legged seated position. Good. Bring your hands to your heart center. Be grateful for your breath, grateful for your health. There's things that we need to sometimes forget, to be thankful every single day. Every day as you open up your eyes, just feeling gratitude for your life. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope that your lungs feel much, much more clear now. So just with me now, take a deep breath in. Feels good. I wish you the most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day or evening or night, whatever the time is. Please, if you do enjoy the classes, support my business and yeah, like my videos or subscribe. Thank you so much for taking the time to heal your body and mind and soul. See you. Bye.